Hi everyone, Kristen Stroman here, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the way that collaboration happens in my chemistry classroom and how smart products are such that. And the main focal point is the wonderful 800 series smart board I have up in the front of the room. You'll see that I have it mounted with a wall projector, which is new as well, which is great. This new board helps with collaboration in the way that we can have multiple touches. So even though we always used to have small groups up at the board when I had my 600 series board, now more people can be involved in the manipulating of things and touching the board, and so the collaboration value increases hugely. But we have many other things that go along with the board to help out. And a favorite of mine, and I know it just looks like a boring old table, but there's something really cool about this table, and that's that I painted it with dry erase paint. So this table sits up front right by the smartboard so that when I have people at the board, I can also have people around this table working on the same things that are on the board. They can write directly on the table with markers. They think it's pretty awesome. That helps with the collaboration so that more people can get involved rather than just the group up at the board. And I liked it so much, in fact, that here's the table I just showed you. That's in one corner of my room up by the smartboard. I have another station that's it's the top of a file cabinet is what it is, and that's up by the smartboard, so I can have people around that working by the smartboard. On the other side of the room, we have another kidney table that was painted with the dry erase, and then this is the newest edition. You'll see it's not even done yet because I had some of my kids who needed a project for shop class make me this table that's a standing height table, so that we're going to paint this as well with a dry erase on top so that you can stand around it and work. And all of these pieces of furniture help out in conjunction with the material that's being projected on the board, because now we can move between surfaces with our... And another one of the joys in my room is that we have our own set of Smart Response XE, 32 clickers, so I have enough for my kids no matter what hour it is. And Smart Response is used a ton in my room. Just the other day, in fact, we used it for our warm-up questions, and then based on their results from the warm-up questions, I had stations that they could go to, and then at the end of the hour, we did the exact same questions they did when they entered and could compare their scores and see how much they'd increased based on the learning activities that happened throughout the hour. So Smart Response, used a ton. Love it, love it, love it. Another oldie but goodie is my airliner. It's not even a smart slate. It's older than that. It's an airliner, but it still works, let me tell you. The airliner is great for having students help contribute what's up at the board at their seats. I can be walking around the room and still writing up on the board so that I'm not tied up front, but more powerful is when the students are using it and they can pass it around and work on problems in conjunction with someone who's up at the board as well. Works really nice. And then we have the document camera. In science class, the document camera is a huge help because I can put specimens underneath and project it nice and big for everybody to see. You'll see I do have my 3D block sitting there. We use the three-dimensional objects when we're talking about atoms and molecules and things like that so that we can manipulate the object and see what it is. Yesterday we used the document camera for the students to show their orbital diagrams that they had done in their groups. They had quite complex problems where they were drawing boxes and arrows, and it was so much work that I didn't want them to have to redraw it up on the smartboard. So a quick fix to that is just to throw their paper underneath the document camera. Then we can take a picture, save it in Smart Notebook, and write all over it. So love the document camera. And brand new to our class this year, we have a set of iPads that we've added to our tools. And one nice thing is that we've put the Smart Notebook for iPad app on each of those, and students are able to work collaboratively on the iPads together, multiple students using one iPad to work on Smartboard files. You'll see that here I have a file created in Smart Notebook where the students are practicing orbital diagrams and then can use the pull tabs to check their answers. A nice way that we work this in the room is I'll have that same file up on the board in front and a group will be working there. And then other students will be using the dry erase tables to work, and then other students will be using the iPads, and it just works really nice. They can all work together, and you'll see here in the cart that our top row has our 7 iPads, but yet we do have 13 netbooks as well in the classroom for the students, and Smart Notebook is loaded on those, so not only can they have the file on the Smartboard at front and on the iPads, but the netbooks as well. So everyone can be working within a notebook file. And then after they're done, they can email it back to me and I can check their work, and they can email it to each other if they're working together on a project that they collaborate with different groups of students. And it works really great. I've loved the app so far. I see a lot of potential and think that that will just be one huge way that we can add to the collaboration in our classroom. So you'll see that there are so many ways that Smart helps the collaboration of my chemistry students. And I tell you, if I could have more than one Smart board in my room, I would be in heaven. All the tables that are painted with the dry erase paint are like my little substitutes right now for having more boards. It's a way that the kids can interact with each other on a surface. And if I could just have that be a digital space with another Smart board or two, that would just be amazing. I run a flipped classroom, and so our class day is activity based. The kids are doing stuff all the time, moving from one activity to the other, so it's crucial to have different spaces in which they can collaborate, and more boards would just be heaven. So I hope you had fun glancing at Cllaboration the ACGC way. Thank you.